Metaplanet began buying Bitcoin in July 2024, which is a year ago. That's a huge 17,132 BTC that they've earned in just 15 months. Not even 15 months. What does Cointelegraph mean by this? This should really show you how big companies around the world want to get as much exposure to BTC as possible. Of course, it's not happening in every company, but we're starting to see it happen more often than we thought possible a few years ago. Also, that should really make you think about how fast BTC is really building up. But if you own XRP, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. As always, thank you guys. Happy Sunday. No matter where you are in the world, there's finally been some kind of excitement in the crypto space since the beginning of the month. If you look at the market as a whole, things haven't been going well in the crypto space yet, but they're beginning to look better right now. These last hour or so, the market has begun to really feel the love. Things are going well so far, but we need to remember that it's still the weekend. CMB futures are closed on the weekends, so those things need to be kept in mind. But since XRP is where it is, let's update it live. In USD terms, the extra piece has gone down about 3.2% in the last 24 hours. The price of Bitcoin is currently $2.87, which is about 3.2% lower than the same time last year. It is worth $169.8 billion, and about $6.3 billion worth of trades happen every 24 hours. Although it's the weekend, there is still a lot of activity for XRP. Before we go any further, as always, I want to stress that anything on this channel is not financial advice. If you want to invest in crypto, you should always do your own research and due diligence. So, monthly exchange volume hits $1.77 trillion. It hasn't been this high since February of this year, which of course tells us that excitement is starting to build, which is something we've been talking about a lot on the channel. Right now, a lot of people are more focused on the price going down than realizing what a great month July really was for the space, but we are seeing things happen. The space is moving in a strong direction, even though we're seeing a pullback right now. I think that, we are on the right track and we'll see more good things happen. It's coming soon. So thanks to Chad for letting me know that 6 days of extra P longs have been lost. Yes, I believe this was a part of the game. I think that BTC has dropped to these levels because of a shakeout, which is very much needed. Things will never stand up straight again. Major drops will happen, and the price of Bitcoin has dropped about 7% since July 31st, which is pretty big for Bitcoin market drops. It shouldn't be a surprise that the market is the way it is right now when you see that happening and how the power has gone up. For those of you who are shocked right now, I recommend that you look at Authority and BTC. That should soothe all your worries right away. But I'm going to look at this. In August 2025, SBI will start offering new over-the-counter crypto services as SBI Assets. Just so you know, an over-the-counter CFD service for crypto assets will start up at the end of August. This new way to spend will go after a lot of different types of people, not just those who are interested in stock indices and commodities. This isn't just happening in the US either. This isn't just happening in North America, you understand. This is going on all over the world. Right now, this is a great example. Why are they putting it out there? They know digital assets are popular, so they use them. That's something that a lot of people want to see. Big businesses want to be exposed to it. As for the Japanese market, I think this would be a great way for them to reach that market. Please let me know what you think about this below. We're telling you this because, of course, SBI is a big partner of, that Ripple, and they have backed XRP a lot, and this is a very big move. But listen to what Cobb says. I agree with everything Cobb says about not giving in to the BlackRock retail panic. XRP is in the best place it has ever been from a fundamental point of view and in terms of getting regulatory approval. I agree with that 100%. I just got full backing from the SEC for the marketer. And, she's pretty much telling you that he's not selling his XRP, which I totally agree with. You can't afford to lose the money you have now. It's a good idea to lock in gains if that's the case and you're having trouble sleeping because the money is too valuable to lose. I mean, you care too much. You shouldn't worry about these things if you have money set aside for the long term, like 5 or 10 years. This is especially true if you have a long-term view. Time is clearly the most important thing. See how much good news and big partnerships we're hearing. I can't imagine what will happen in the next 5 to 10 years and where the crypto space will be then, since we're still in the early stages of crypto becoming popular. Just so you know, ETFs are still pretty new. When it comes to the bigger markets, the only ETFs that stand out are ETH and BTC. We still haven't seen XRP or any other digital currency, so we haven't even seen any markets start up. There is no end to what can be done now. If you're in it for the long haul, you should just hold on for the long term. Patience is the most important thing to remember as long as you've done your study and only invested what you can afford to lose. Because these kinds of things will happen. It could be even worse than this. For those of you who have been in this space for a while, you know that this market can be very, very unpredictable. I break to the OGs, but that's just how the game is played. This is where your plan for leaving the business comes in. If you're in for the long term, that doesn't mean the price will keep going up. You may want to lock in some gains because you know that when the price goes down, that's when you should scale back in. And of course, you should use the dollar cost average to figure out your situation. But take a look at this. Ripple's strategic reasons for buying Hidden Road, making institutional trade bigger, and integrating RLUSD. So pretty much, if you don't understand what this means, it means that Ripple bought Hidden Road. Of course, that was meant to help one of the bigger financial companies. That was pretty much the main goal with coin trading services. What was the point of making it easy? It makes it easy for them to use services like RLUSD and others that deal with crypto. I'm sorry, but I know Wave will give you Hidden again. The timing is great. And of course, the large amounts of interest that are coming in make it all add up. That's why we don't want to forget those things. And what Shadow Smoke was saying, a Ripple, you should know that the Federal Master Account aims to let our US reserves be held directly in the central banking system. Mr. Mann says that this is a stablecoin arrangement backed by CBDC. What makes this arrangement a sin thing? A lot of 107, which wouldn't be a surprise given where BTC is right now. But if you look at XRP's price right now, which is $2.87, you can see that we're up against barrier. Last year, our all-time high was $2.80. Sorry, I meant $2.90. Look at where we got backed by, when Bitcoin did retest the 112,000 level. Again, I've talked about this a lot on the channel in the last few updates, so shout out to those of you who follow it. We touch right where the neck is. It is true that there is a lot of support here, but things have changed since then. That's a nice bounce, but I'm still keeping my eye on $3. You guys understand what that key means, right? It will be easy to try that level again, but you want to see the dominance go down on the psychological level. Really, really important. Tell me what you think in the comments. Stay safe and have a nice day with CryptoZX.